Hi, friends. I would like to welcome you tonight to the live stream of your dreams. This is the stream that is your eyes closed and you slip off to Slumber Town. Images of this beautiful event. This live stream is just so perfect that it defines the rest of your life. You knew it had something to do with me, but you weren't sure if it was I who was going to stream it, but you've been dreaming about it. Well, today's the day that your dreams come true. Because this is the live stream you've all been dreaming of every night for the last 40 years. You are, like I'm sure I am as well, not entirely sure what amazing promise this live stream promises. We just know that it's amazing and that this live stream comprises promise keepers. We keep the promise to be amazing here some of the time, and this is one of those times. So naturally, we haven't officially started yet, obviously. I mean, you can't just dive right into the live stream of your dreams. There's got to be a lot of prefacing, a lot of, you know, setup, backstory. Um, there's got to be putting together a team if we're going to pull off any capers anyway. That always takes a while. We're going to need an expert on snails, a pole vaulter, and a astrophysicist. Much I'm going to need to put together onto my team if I'm going to pull off this caper of mine. What is the caper, you might ask? Well, obviously, it has something to do with snails, pole vaulting, and astrophysics. I can't tell you any more than that. I did give away the twist. The twist is it was all a dream the whole time. People are blown away by this movie at the moment. Conceptually blown away by the movie that I'm talking about. It doesn't actually exist, but it exists in our hearts. And that's where it's most important for things to exist. Emotionality precedes existentiality. That's what the philosophers have always said. Your existence supervenes on whether I'm feeling it or not. Right now, I'm not really feeling it so much, so sorry, but not sorry. Okay. Faster, faster. You need to be faster at making your ass stop making bad sounds come out of your mouth. You cannot compare the total death numbers of the Spanish flu and COVID for the following reason. Number one, you have to evaluate public health concerns like this in terms of the individual's relationship with the disease. The individual fatality rate for that is very low for COVID, much lower than the Spanish flu. So, for the vast majority of individuals, it poses no more threat than does a cold or the flu. We have to behave accordingly in our policymaking. Number two, it would be one thing to mandate, to be advocating for mandating a vaccine if it worked. You know, it's another thing to ignore the fact that it doesn't work, point to the fact that it has some incredibly small benefits in terms of hospitalization rates and or potentially contagion rates, apparently. But to point to that and say that's good enough to force everybody to force their children to get this vaccine, boy, you gotta really have your head up your ass. How about we wait until we have an actual vaccine that works? How about that? How about we do some sort of comparable calculus? Like, okay, what is this comparable to actually? It's comparable to a regular flu, maybe. So you should treat it accordingly. You wanted to mandate that everybody be forced to take every possible drug or injection that could possibly be should be claimed to have health benefits for society as a whole. We spend all of our time getting jabbed by needles. Forcibly administered vitamin C and such. Individuals have ownership over their own bodies, not the government. Society's interests justify some infringements on those liberties some of the time, but we have to actually draw distinctions between instances where the threat or the risk is significant enough to justify invasions of the individual's autonomy and instances where it's not. Especially when we knew what we knew about COVID, that it was totally novel, it was going to be very much contagious, had a long incubation period. We knew right then that lockdowns and quarantines weren't going to work. We knew right at the beginning this is going to cause inflation. We didn't know exactly when it was going to kick in, but it certainly did. Why? Because you stop everybody from doing useful work, but don't stop infusing the economy with more currency, naturally you're going to get inflation. It doesn't take an inflation scientist to know that. I believe it. I believe it too. I believe the children are our future, or at least that they will be. They aren't right now. They're currently our present. I believe we'll know when the children are our future by listening for when the doves cry. When they do, that's when the children will become our future. Who's a great role model we should all look up to? Whitney Houston. She is the woman who founded the city of Houston in Texas. A lot of people don't know that. They think, hey, Houston must have been founded a lot longer ago than that. No. Whitney Houston founded it. She said, I'm tired of living in Dallas. Fort Worth is just an extension of Dallas. I'm going to Houston. I'm going to become an Oilers fan. Of course, by the time she got there weren't the Oilers playing there anymore. So eventually they got the Texans, and all's well that ends well. One thing people don't realize is people who played for the Houston Oilers, they used to get into a lot of comic misadventures because they go into a gay bar and someone would say, hey, what do you do? And he'd say, I'm an Oiler. And the person would say, well, start by oiling up me. And that's how come the Houston Oilers had such a large percentage of their players be homosexual. They didn't start out that way. But they got talked themselves into so many free oiling sessions for people. The team wanted them to give something back to the community. So they suggested to the players, hey, how about you guys go out and oil up gay men? So they did. It didn't increase attendance at football games by homosexuals very much, but it did increase homosexuality amongst Houston Oilers by a great deal. So, mixed bag, I guess you could say. Mixed bag of results. They also held a charity where they got dressed up in short shorts, held up a sign said "Free Oilings," and people would park their car, get out of their car, and then they'd be perhaps soapy water from a bucket sponged onto them before eventually being half acidly dried with paper towels. That's how the Houston Oilers made it through their 1972 through 81 seasons, primarily on the proceeds from oil oiling fundraisers. I'm gonna oil you up, then I'm gonna touch your butt. I'm a Houston Oiler, yeah, yeah. Earl Campbell's me. I'm a running back G. But what I really like to do is oil men. That was an ill-fated attempt to do one of those horrible songs that football teams sometimes do. It didn't get much play on the radio, not even in Houston, believe it or not. That's when people started really getting into the Astros. You know why they're called the Astros, right? They're named actually after AstroTurf. Little known fact. People in Houston were so impressed when the AstroTurf company invented AstroTurf that they named their team after it. And they dedicated a plaque on the Alamo in San Antonio. It says, "From now on, we like AstroTurf." Of course, the Mexicans tried to take it over, but this time we prevented it. We prevented the Mexicans from stealing our plaque. Well, you know, a Spanish speaking man stealing your plaque is just a normal day in Mexican dentistry. That's a pun. It's a play on words. I knew you'd enjoy it, so I said, what the hell? I'm just going to give it to these guys for free. I'm going to give it right out there because I believe in the law of attraction. What I give out into the universe, hilarious jokes, is what I get back from the universe. Omar Ray says, "Hello, I dream that a cat is talking to me, asking me to give her food, please, and I give her what that means, please." Okay, the cat represents your inner youth, whereas the food represents your outer old age. And what I'm seeing, what my spirit guides are telling me about you, is that there's a lot of conflict between your youthful energies and your energies of wisdoms. So, what you're going to need to do is really focus a lot of your attention on trying to manifest the good outcomes you're looking for in your life, such as a new dinette set. Your dinette set is looking pretty shabby. And I think we both know it needs to be replaced. Because if you don't have a dinette set, then upon what are you going to host your dinettes? I tried to use a diorama one time, and nobody had room for their plate. It was a diorama of the time the Pilgrims first gave the Indians civilization in exchange for corn. Obviously, the Indians got the better part of the deal, but that doesn't mean to say that I don't like corn, because I do. I like corn on the cob. I like creamed corn. I like cornbread. I like cornflakes. I like frosted flakes, even better than regular flakes, of course. Because unlike regular flakes, frosted flakes have the added benefit of sugar. Regardless, corn and I get along great. And I've even gotten used to the fact that now we have to accept that corn is hate speech. It's called maize. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just getting used to it. You can't call it corn anymore. Corn is what the Inuits called it as a racially sensitive slur. The Inuits, faces full of disdain, would point to an ear of maize and say, corn. That's how it got its name. Well, we don't support that kind of ontological violence these days. And that's why from now on, we all call it maize. And we all call it the primary bedroom, the primary bath. There are no more master bedrooms or baths. It's still acceptable to have slave quarters. That's fine. You can't have a master bathroom anymore. You can't have a master bedroom. You can only have a primary one. I learned this during my recent foray into real estate transactions. I said when I came to the house, I said, oh, this is a master bedroom? This is a master suite? And he's like, oh, you can't call it that anymore. I said, what? What are you talking about? It's like racist or something. Oh, that's crazy. It wasn't the master bedroom because it was the room that housed the slave-owning members of the family. You know? It's like, we've had master bedrooms and master bathrooms since before 1900, but after the Civil War was over. So obviously, it's not meant to suggest that people who live in the other rooms in the house are slaves, nor is it meant to suggest that the people who live in the other rooms of the house are black people. You know, black people have master bedrooms too. Not anymore, they don't. They have primary bedrooms. Well, let's be honest. They don't really exist any more than white people really exist. What does really exist is the beautiful rainbow of transracialism that is Eric. If you were to use one word to describe my aura, that word would be sparkle core. Now I'm going to go get my knife, and I'm going to demonstrate to you just how exciting it can be when a man picks stuff off of a wall. Now I don't mean selecting from among choices, not that kind of picking stuff. I mean scraping away. Okay, now, using only my primitive survival skills and this knife, I am going to remove gray stuff from that wall over there. You're going to be excited. You're going to be dazzled, mesmerized, or mesmer-dazzled. Probably mesmer-dazzled first, then regular dazzled, then maybe mesmerized. Do you see me? I'm like almost off screen, huh? Fine, fine, fine. If you want to be so whiny about it, fine. I'll move you over here. God, you people are such spoiled brats. I can't see. Because you're blind, Helen Keller. I can't make you unblind, okay? Unblind. Unblind me this minute, demanded the perfunctory nurse. I said unblind me right now or I'll... Or what? Demanded the villain. I'll scream so loudly that everyone will come running. Ha! No one will hear you here, said the villain. I've got you locked away, far from city, far from town, far from people's prying ears. The only people who will hear you out here are insects and animals. Those are kinds of people. Stop being persnickety. You stop being persnickety. You're the kidnapper. You know, it's something I've been keeping secret for a long time. I'd like to get it off my chest. I'm actually the one who kidnapped the Lindbergh baby. I believe the statute of limitations is passed. It should be fine. I ended up just keeping it and raising it as my own kid. I named it Stanley. And taught it how to balance and fall on its nose. Those were happy years, rewarding years, you know. There's nothing quite as rewarding as raising a baby you kidnapped from Charles Lindbergh. I called him Stanley, but most of the people I knew called him that missing Lindbergh baby. He had kind of a tough time in middle school. The kids started calling him Lindbergher cheese, which was a pretty harsh taunt back in the day. Oh yeah, that's juicy. That's some juicy wall getting right there. Well, I guess that's enough for now. I get it. For you guys, a day without at least a little bit of watching me pick at this wall just leaves you feeling faintly unsatisfied. Like a woman after sex. I'm just joking. If you're offended or whatever. Okay, that's pretty good. I got some pretty good wall pick accomplished here. You know, I get it. There's a lot of wall left to pick. I'm not blind. I can see that. You've mistaken me for Helen Keller. Look, it's easy to do because it seems like she is everywhere nowadays. With the whole new inclusiveness thing, she's become one of Hollywood's hottest actresses. Look at this rich new vein I uncovered. These are called the salad days. The salad days of shipping. Sometimes you gotta work a lot harder than this. Enough, I say. Enough. I've had enough of you chipping at the wall. I am pretty surprised. There are 5 human beings, although one of them is my girlfriend, actually watching me chip this gray stuff off of a wall. So I must be doing a pretty good job of it. Ironically, I just swept up out here earlier. I swept up all the previous gray stuff. I swept up right here, so it looks all nice and clean now. And I won a prize for tidiest adult. The Good Housekeeping Award for Maturity in a Tidy Adult. That's right. I've become mature now. I'm no longer childish. Now I'm adultish. I did a controlled burn yesterday. Burned away a bunch of sticks that we didn't need. I did all that sweeping this morning. Took the trash out. Brought the trash back in. Took it out again. Forced it to reside in the liminal space between in and out for an indeterminate period of time before finally relenting and taking it back up to the curb and out. Is this adult content? Well, look, it's not adult content like NC-17, okay? It's adult content like only sophisticated people can enjoy something this sophisticated. It's like jazz and classical music, okay? So, anyway, back to our important topics. I am the Sparkle Core Man. It is frogs you hear, Rachel. I heard them last night. They started croaking up here too. We have got some serious frogs. I don't know what the hell was making that sound last night. I don't know if you heard it. It was like ooh, ooh, ooh. But it sounded different than the other ooh I heard the other night. All right, you're right. New groove. I need to increase my sophistication in the visible spectrum by about 15%. And I'm going to do that with this Sherlock Holmes style water pipe. Ah, silly Eric. You already have some ground up right there. Why are you doing that when you have already ground up? Yeah. You just need to think a little bit more. Yeah. Listen, I want you to learn the art of letting go. Rachel's mom sending that to Rachel. Oh my God. Just let go of the fact that I don't know, Munchausen syndromed you for so many years. Why don't you let go of your terror of being held accountable for it? Because I'll tell you something, Rachel's mom. You are something that rhymes with runt. And it's not punt. It is, in fact, front. She is a front. She be fronting. And you know how I feel about people who be fronting? the peanut can guy is extremely sophisticated, for sure. First of all, he's got that hourglass glass body type that we all would die for. Big on top, skinny in the middle, big on the bottom. Like an incomplete snowman. What is love? Must be affection, right? Not this dedication to a person's well-being. Well, I mean, love gets expressed in different ways by different people. My father was dedicated to my well-being. Um, provided a definite safety net, would not let me fall too far in life if anything bad had happened or something. But I don't think he felt a lot of affection for me. I think he generally felt disdain, disappointment, and dismay. Perhaps also a little bit of dysentery. I would just own it. Okay, I'm going to just own it. What am I owning? I'm going to just own this spoon. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to just own this spoon. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I do own this spoon. Smells like me. Hey, Eric, is the mail in the Google Doc the right one to send the money for a booking and typing session? Yeah, you can still do it. I've started doing it again, but I haven't fixed that paper yet. The email is the one that says there. It's my name, Eric Strauss, backwards. SSUARTSCIRE @gmail.com. ssuartscire is Eric Strauss, backwards. This is a drug spoon. A scoop from my grinder with a little bit of scoopy. Scoop, 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 scoop. I put it in the bong with a little bit of pourri. Pour, 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 pour. That's what I use this spoon for. I pour it onto the joint some more. Pepper it anyways, and then I make it a joint. That's what I use this for. This grinder came with this thing, which I used to use as a scooper, but this is much better. Much better. It's too big to be a Coke spoon. If this were your Coke spoon, you would have a serious cocaine party. I mean, a cocaine problem. Because this is too big of a scoop. Too big of a scoop. That's one of the most commonly heard statements at the Raisin Bran factory. But boss, I put 2 scoops in. Those are too big of scoops. Little scoopers. Little scoopers, I said. God, how many fucking raisins do you think these people want in their cereal? Raisins? I've been putting in cocaine. Well, in that case, your scoops are too small. How many scoops are there in a bucket? How many buckets in a barrel? And how many barrels in a silo? responsible customer, I need to know these things. Because when we mail things out here, we have to put their weight in terms of buckets. Put 2 canisters shy of a bucket. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the live stream now. I've just been waiting to make sure that all the season ticket holders had arrived before I began this one because, like I said, this is the live stream you have been dreaming for and of. Also, about. When you're done experiencing the participatory free-for-all that is this live stream that's about to start happening, you are going to be metaphysically, emotionally, artistically exhausted, but a good kind. Like, you're exhausted after a long day of skiing or after 5 minutes of sex. Okay, let's take a break. What is a standard bucket? A standard bucket is 3 grips and a fistful. You're clenching your season ticket right now, right? In anticipation of all of the thrills and excitement that are going to start once we actually get started with the real part of the live stream. This is the pre-stream. Don't worry, it cannot get you pregnant. The regular part of the stream definitely can and will get you pregnant, sometimes with as many as octuplets. So you got to be careful. Use protection during that part of the stream when we get there. By use protection, I mean put yourself in a 55-gallon trash bag. Like you're at a Gallagher concert. Salted ham sure would be good. There's a sentence you don't hear that often. Sure could go for some salted ham. You know what? I'm a rebel, Jeremiah Fix. I want unsalted ham. Would you like us to use oat salt instead of regular salt? Yeah, could you do oat salt, but could you make it gluten-free oat salt? And make sure it's dolphin safe. Okay, that's 1 uncured ham with dolphin safe free range oat salt, gluten-free. And you want whipped cream? Yeah, can I get whipped heavy cream? Okay, there you go. Ooh, did I say decaf? I meant half decaf. So half calf? No, I mean quarter calf, actually. It's half calf. Oh, could I give you full calf? Could you remake it? It's not hot anymore. You ordered it iced. Oh, did I? My bad. Did you make it over again? I call that one act play. Person orders something at some place like Starbucks and has unreasonable expectations as a customer. Can I get a quarter of a quarter calf in 1 cup? And then the rest of the quarter calf in another cup? But could the rest of that quarter calf be made half calf? I mean, just like, put the rest of the quarter calf, but then put an equivalent amount of 3/4 calf to make it half calf. You know what I'm saying? and no strawberry extrusions, and you get 2 pumps of vanilla and 1 pump of soy chai tea latte flavor. You want this on your Big Mac? Yeah, that's not a problem. Actually, madam, our Big Macs are caffeine free. What? But I've been eating them for years to give me pep in the morning. How do you get them in the morning? We only serve breakfast. I buy them the night before. I always attributed the lack of pep to the fact that the caffeine must have evaporated when it got cold. Well, caffeine actually doesn't work like that. It doesn't get cold? No, it doesn't evaporate when it gets cold. How do you know? Are you a scientist? I'm a scientist. Means I'm kind of science-ish. Okay, well, are you as scientist-ish as a neutron star? No, I'm less science-ish than that. Are you as science-ish as evolution? Well, I mean, I'm more science-ish than that. Okay. Are you as science-ish as typology? Yeah, I'm a scientist is like Eric's typology. Oh yeah, he's the only good typologist. You're right. Well, there are other ones that are okay, I guess, but he's the only one who really knows what he's talking about. I totally agree with you. I've been watching his videos, and ever since I started watching them, let me tell you something. I'm a changed woman. Really? How has he changed you? He's made me better, smarter, more beautiful, more loving. I won the Nobel Prize. I won a second Nobel Prize. And then I had to return the first Nobel Prize because I posed nude in Playboy. Ah, they got the Miss America rule, huh? They sure do. But they're taking back my second Nobel Prize, except that one, I won the Nobel Prize for nude posing. Well, they're really expanding the scope of the Nobel Prizes these days. Yeah, they are. That's a lot of gunfire. Boom, 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 boom. Someone's firing off a few rounds in the national forest. It is Sunday afternoon. But you know, sounds a little bit like a John Wick movie. By which I mean it sounds like this. I serve. I have served. I will serve. Mr. Weak, I thought our business was concluded. You thought wrong. Originally, I want to go see John Wick 4. I'm a little intimidated by the fact that it's almost 3 hours long. Boom, 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 boom. We've got a semi-automatic, obviously, with a clip that holds a fair amount of bullets. It sounds to my very uninformed ear like a larger caliber than, say, a 22 or a 9mm. Sounds larger than that. The Dalai Lama kissed a girl and he liked it? Well, he has that in common with Katy Perry. Eric, no. You're actually an ESFP. I am? Have I been one this whole time? Oh. That's gonna make, I guess I just wrong about everything. I have to just rethink everything. Now I don't even know what TI is anymore. I'm glad you told me now. I'm glad you didn't keep it from me any longer than that. The window is placed very high up there. No, I'm kind of slouched down in the chair. The ceiling in here is not especially tall. I can probably touch it without my standing on my tippy toes. But they're tall windows, like they cover a large amount of wall space. But they open up like this, you know. So, oh, the one above the door, yeah, that one's high up there. It's a weird place for a window because you can't stand anywhere and look at it except from the top floor, like hallway there. This little balcony thing, kind of. You can look at it from there, but you can't be up close to it to look at it from there. You have to look at it from across the foyer. And if you're like most people, you find the inclusion of a foyer in your line of sight to befoul your visual aesthetics. Ew, foyer! I wish I had that phone that had magic eraser on it. I came in through the bathroom window, protected by a silver spoon. No, I thought I knew, and I know what I knew, what you could not say. And I always been a dancer. I worked in 15 clubs a day. And though I thought I knew the answer, what you knew, what you could not say, didn't anybody tell her? Didn't anybody see? Sundays on the phone to Mondays, Tuesdays on the phone to me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Paul McCartney, he was really saying something that I think resonates with all of us in that one song when he said, oh yeah. That's a lyric that crosses generational lines, gender lines. Everybody can experience the familiarity of feeling the positive emotion of, oh yeah. What happens if right before you're about to sneeze, you blow your nose? A good solo song that he's done? I will. Too many people. Meow, 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 meow. Too many people. Meow, 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 meow. Too many people. Meow, 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 meow. Too many people, meow, 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 meow. That was your first mistake. You took your lucky break and you broke it in two. Now what can be done for you? You broke it in two. Rachel says it's actually a song about John Lennon. Kind of shit talking him a little bit. John Lennon deserves to be shit talked a little bit. He was like a domestic violence guy. I don't know what you call such a person. Is there a general term for that? Besides scumbag? Domestic violence. It's like, beat up a man, you fucking bitch ass. No good, Nick. Or it could be more pussy willow than beating up a woman. I'm mad. I'm scared of men, so I'm gonna beat up a woman. Yeah, John Lennon, well, that's right. You go down in history as kind of a cunt. But whatever. It doesn't negatively impact the quality of your music. So, you and Paul McCartney together, you were a dynamite duo of good ideas. Well, I have to say, I think you, Paul, Ringo, and John all together were a Fab Four, you might say. A fabulous Fab Four. You wrote the songs that make the whole world sing. Songs like Once, Twice, Three Times a Lady, and Iron Man. Those were by the Beatles, right? I'm pretty sure. Who can keep track these days? The Beatles keep coming out with so much new material. I enjoyed playing this the other night, so I'm going to play it again. Some folk call me a rambling man, 'cause I do a lot of thumbing and kicking games, and it wouldn't do now so good to call me names. Daddy's name wasn't Willie Woodrow. I wasn't born and raised in no ghetto, just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. I'm out to find me a wealthy woman in a line of work that don't take no diploma, 'cause I ain't got much to lose but a lot to gain. Some might call me a good time fella, but I ain't no black and I ain't no yellow, just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Yeah, I don't want no handout living, don't want any part of anything they giving. Proud and white and got a song to sing. Well, I've said a few things and I'll admit it. If you want to get ahead, you got to hunt and get it. Just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Small town boy, been around a little, and I like guitars and I like the fiddle, and that's the kind of soul to fan my flame. Feeling ready, I'll be somebody. Just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. I'm a blue-white Billy, feared and ready. I gotta work just to be somebody. I'm a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. I don't want no handout living, don't want any part of anything they giving. I'm proud and white and got a song to sing. Well, I said a few things, and I'll admit it. If you wanna get ahead, you gotta hump and get it. Just a white boy looking for a place to do my thing. Not one of my better renditions of that song. But you know, you can't have everything in the world. You can't have the warm embrace of Princess Diana, for example. Why not? Because she's dead. And except for Jesus, nobody's allowed to come back from the dead without being a gross zombie. So, sorry. Just deal with it. Deal with it. I said deal with it. Well, go there then. There, fine. I'm writing a song all about you. A true song as real as my tears. But you've no need to fear it, 'cause no one will hear it. 'Cause sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year. I'll tell all about how you cheated. I'd like for the whole world to hear. I'd like to get even with you, 'cause you're leaving. But sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year. Well, it's a good thing that I'm not a star. You don't know how lucky you are. For though my record may say it, no one will play it. 'Cause sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year. Ba-ba-dee-doo, beep-a-dee-doo, beep-a-dee-doo. Beep-a-dee-boom, beep-a-dee-doo, beep-a-dee. My record may say it, no one will play it. 'Cause sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year. This song by Willard Nelson. Willard Nelson. I guess I'll have to use the keyboard to type things in. Fine, I'll use the keyboard to type things in. Okay, here's the song for you. I've just seen a face. I can't forget the time or place where we just met. She's just the girl for me, and I want all the world to see we've met. Na 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 na. Had it been another day, I might have looked the other way, and I'd have never been aware. But as it is, I'll dream of her tonight. Da 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 da. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I have never known the likes of this. I've been alone and I have missed things and kept out of sight, but other girls were never quite like this. Da 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 da. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. Me back again. She keeps calling me back, back, back again. Calling you back to where? Just back. She's telling me to back up further, back up more. So I'm right near the edge of the cliff. She doesn't even care. Okay. Piao. 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 Oh my god. How many meows are there gonna be? So many meows. Let's see if I can play this one. I don't think I've ever attempted to play it really before. We'll try it. I'm going to dedicate this song to a special lady. The name rhymes with Pachel. Rhymes with Pachel Papalosa. Okay, I'll stop being cryptic. I'm dedicating the song to Rachel. There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I'll love you more. Alright, I'll play the piano solo. Not even with my doo-doo-doo-doos. Not even with your doo-doo-doo-doos. No, not even in that context. Why is there only 10 pages worth of it? Chords. ABC. Let's see. Relevance. Alright, let's see if I can play this one. There's something I've never attempted to play before. Half of what I say is meaningless, and I say it just to reach you, Julia. Julia, ocean child calls me. So I sing a song of love for Julia. Julia, seashell eyes, window car calls me. So I sing a song of love for Julia. Her hair of floating sky is shimmering, glimmering in the sun. Julia, Julia, morning moon, touch me. Do I sing a song of love, Julia? It's kind of a hard song to play. Alright. Alright. There's a song. Dear sir, madam, will you read my book? It took me years to write. Will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job, so I wanna be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. It's a dirty story of a dirty man, and his singing wife doesn't understand. His son is working for the Daily Mail. It's a steady job, but he wants to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. It's 1,000 pages, give or take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I can make it longer if you like the style. I can change it round, cause I wanna be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer, writer, writer. like it, you can have the rights. It could make $1 million for you overnight. If you must return it, you can send it here. But I need a break and I wanna be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer, writer. A paperback writer. Interesting idea. Well, as your school job counselor, I have to say, you're never going to make it. Yeah. Well, you just aren't good enough. You never will be. But. No buts, mister. No buts. Buts are only for horseshoes and hand grenades. Is there anybody going to listen to my story all about the girl who came to stay? She's the kind of girl you want so much it makes you sorry. Still you don't regret a single day. Ah, girl. Girl. But think of all the times I tried so hard to leave her. She will turn to me and start to cry. And she promises the earth to me, and I believe her. After all this time, I don't know why. Ah, girl, girl. She's the kind of girl who puts you down when friends are there. You feel the flu. When you say she's looking good, she acts as if it's understood. She's cool. Ooh, 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 girl. Girl. Was she told when she was young that pain would lead to pleasure? Did she understand it when they said that a man must take his back to earn his day of leisure? Will she still believe it when he said, oh girl, girl, girl. Squirrels in my pants. Squirrels in my pants. I got some squirrels in my pants and I don't know why. Squirrels in my pants. Come say hi. I like your song, Six Ladies Arguing. Perhaps not the easiest song to perform. I would never be able to perform that, dude. I'd have to practice that so much to be able to perform that. I have some other complicated songs that I can play. I could play a Gobby Weatherman. That's a complicated song with complicated words. I mean, particularly, it's got better lyrics than that song. It's a much better song. I'll play it with that song. I'll play Gobby Weatherman. But where are you, Gobby Weatherman? Where did you come from? Where did you go? There. Here we go. You're living on a time frame I will never know. Alienation into humanity's soul. Imagine you a history after the collapse, returning to the urgency of isolated past. Picturing community free of metaphysics. You're hunting buffalo while you're picking red delicious. Knowledge of the seasons, wisdoms of old. Fires blazing in the night to keep away the cold. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. With an agave weatherman. Imagining a history that never could have been. You lecture at the college, advancement is a sin, lamenting disconnection in every corporate act, asserting all your feelings and ignoring all the facts. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. With that agave weatherman. You find modernity just so banal. Wish you had been born any time but now. And your experience won't run afoul of exceptions that you allow. You visualize nobility sipping on support, or tribes of peaceful savages in beautiful comport. But few of history's people ever thusly did cavort, 'cause life was solitary, nasty, brutish, poor, and short. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. With that agave weatherman. With that agave weatherman. Hooray! That was not terrible, except my voice is shot to fuck right now. It was shot to fuck out of a cannon. It flew back here, coach, but it is terribly jet lagged. Oh! On the end of a long day, I like to relax with a refreshing, non-alcoholic beer. That's all the flavor of Germany with none of the alcohol. If you love Germany, well, thanks, Asayaki. I would say that my music is largely unrated. It's not like people are listening to it and going, that's not good. Some people might be saying that. But no, they're not like writing about it. Like, Eric put out some more shitty music today. It just completely is unnoticed by everybody. It's like I'm invisible, okay? It's like being like an Asian woman trying to get someone's attention at a gas station in Bootjack. That's how I feel. I feel like a very Asian woman. How do Asian women feel? Well, I feel a lot like the rest of us, you know. They feel happy, they feel sad. They feel like having rice for dinner. You know, there's anybody. If they're Chinese, they say, dui, 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 dui. But if they're not Chinese, they might be like American, or they might be like Filipino or something. And then they talk different. Filipinos, from what I can tell from the movies, they seem to talk a lot about people's fingernails. Japanese people, they talk a lot about counting on each other and about how they need to be strong to protect the smiles of other people. Um, Koreans, they talk about getting drunk a lot. Lol, your stream is dead. Bye forever. Uh-oh. No. Look, rivers of blood are coming here. We're all going to be washed away. And then covered in scabs. Marlene and Margarine, Charlene. I have to look at the lyrics to even try to sing it. Carlos Paiva, hello. Oh, it's Cloud. Well, good for you. Goodbye. Nice songs, nice day. Wow. You know, those two things don't necessarily go together. You have nice songs on a bad day. You could have bad songs on a nice day. If you have too many bad songs on a nice day, then it will turn a nice day bad. Just like Morrissey says. Let me get what I want. Lord knows it will be the first time. Oh, Morrissey, I saw you in concert one time at one of those, like, Lollapalooza kind of things. But it was back when I was in college. I was in Santa Cruz. I saw it up in the Bay Area. This show that had a lot of different artists. One of the artists in that show was Morrissey. And I found the performance that he put on very unmemorable. I do now, anyway. I don't remember it very well. I remember a show I saw also when I was in college in this tiny venue. I saw Fugazi. They were pretty impressive. I don't know if they were good, but they were impressive. They have a good song, at least. Maybe a couple. You know. Okay, so what do I want to talk to you about now? Something pretty important. Remember how we were talking earlier about how you dream of this stream all the time? How you can't sleep anymore at night because your dreams have become so lucid that you've woken up, been awake, eating breakfast and everything, still dreaming the same dream of watching this stream. Well, I'm ready now to begin the stream. All this stuff heretofore has been precursor, a little bit of build up, a little backstory, a little cheese and wine before the main course, a starter salad, some appetizers, some popcorn chicken, some regular popcorn, some regular chicken, something that's neither popcorn nor chicken. All of these kinds of things are the things that happen before something happens. Well, we've had our popcorn, we've had our chicken, we've had our things that are neither popcorn nor chicken. I think it's ready to start. You guys ready? You guys ready to get started? Okay, here we go. Gonna do a little bit of pre-live stream stretching. I've just been warming up the crowd so far, mostly. Kind of like, have you ever been to a television show taping? They have a comedian beforehand who tries to get the audience in a jovial mood. And that's basically what I've been doing here so far. Try to get the mood up, try to get some drinks into you people so that, you know, when the performers who are actually going to be performing for you come out and do their thing, you're riled up. Um, we put ants in various places around here, figuring that might rile you up. Anyway, what we're going for from our audience here is riled up. Let's go outside. Let's go outside and let's talk to the trees. Let's talk to Earth Goddess Mother. Let's discuss with her whether or not her skirt is too short. Mother Earth Goddess, I want to talk to you about something. I mean this in the nicest possible way. You look like a whore. You've got to cover up more, girl. Don't just give it away for free. Look at all these naked trees out here. I mean, I don't mind the nude trees. That's kind of artistic. But the naked ones, there's no place for that. Mother Nature, cover up. In the dead of winter, it was cold. We only got her to cover up with some white stuff she was wearing for a while. But as soon as it warmed up, stripped down to her birthday suit and was like, I'm growing, I'm growing. One thing I've noticed that seems to maybe correlate with FI tool, maybe just ESFP, I'm not sure, is they, when they want to come and like get me or whatever, they never seem to get that I'm not processing things via FI like they are, you know? So the reason it's not a good way to get me to say your stream is dead, bye forever, is because I'm streaming for my own purposes, right? Like for my own reasons that don't have much to do with number of people in attendance. I was surprised at the last stream when we had like upwards of 15, somewhere between 15 and 20 people for long stretches of time. But that is unusual for me. That I normally don't get that many people around. I'm very accustomed to streaming to anywhere between 5 and 20 people at most, you know. So I guess the point is nobody who watches my stream and nobody who makes it, namely me, or me and Rachel, are expecting, nor do we want, obviously, some sort of extremely hoppin' activity fest with a bunch of unrated conversations going on so nobody can see what the chat is talking about, etc. You know, it's comfortable and it's cozy around here in Talking with Famous People Town. But in that regard, I'm kind of the absolute expert at FI because I'm so blind to it. I just do what I want all the time. So it's exactly as it should be. One of the problems with FI Polar, I guess, is a lack of stick-to-itiveness that comes along with clarity in terms of knowing what you want in ways that can be framed for TE. Because, you know, FI and TE are on the same axis. I got some good SE done today. That was satisfying. I mean, it's not like I feel a great deal of satisfaction at having gotten the work done, but rather the process of doing the work is pretty satisfying. Sweeping stuff up is nice because you can see that all the dirtiness go away as you sweep it away, you know. Which reminds me, I should probably take this other trash can out to the top of the street so that the garbage man can take it away from us tomorrow. The trash, not the trash can. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, there's lots of you right here now. You're on the side of this little hill. I could go there and cut you down. I don't want to, though, Christmas trees. You can just grow here and you'll freeze in winter time, 'cause Christmas trees, it gets pretty cold around here. It's like a whole Christmas tree farm right here. You know, I used to like Douglas fir Christmas trees. And then I learned from my celebrity that fur is murder. Well, it's like, even though Douglas has fur, doesn't he still count as a human being? No, Tiffany, he counts as a tree. Aw, try? Yes. Are you right? One of those very tall bushes? Exactly. I really want to walk down there to that river, but I keep not getting around to it. I can't take you all the way down there to the river because then we'd lose connectivity. You wouldn't be able to hear or to see. Connectivity. It makes us connected. You know, the internet is like the umbilical cord that connects all of you to my uterus. That way you don't have to breathe. You just get already oxygenated blood shared by me through your placental fluid. How many of you have saved your placental fluid? Because you're going to need that later on. Where's that big bug that was here earlier? There's a big black caterpillar-y millipede looking thing. It was walking around right here earlier. But I kept forgetting about it, then hoping I didn't step on it, then saying, oh good, I didn't step on it. Now I don't see it anywhere, so it must not have stepped on it. It must have gone off to do its business. What is its business, you ask? It's centipede or millipede business, or whatever it was. It's a crawly little bug, big crawly bug, but I don't know what those things do. I think mostly they're in accounting. I'm gonna go get some woodland cutlets. Okay, voracious creatures of the wilderness, I have for you brand new, fresh, hot from the kitchen, deluxe cutlets. You've got your sunflower seeds, your little round seeds, your bits of fruit, your bits of walnut, your bits of almond. You got whatever that thing is, a raisin, I guess. Some coconut, looks like. Some peanuts. You've got a lot of things in your deluxe cutlets. That's what makes them deluxe. Like the more toppings a pizza has on it, the more deluxe it becomes, right? Same rule applies to cutlets. Now what we'll do is quietly back away. Return later to see if the woodland friends are eating their cutlets. Eat your cutlets, Mama always told me. That'd be a good rage core song. You work at a gas station? That sounds like a fun job. I was thinking about trying to get a job at the gas station. But I showed up to the interview and I was on fire. And they said that probably wasn't safe to hire me to work at a gas station. I said, but I'm not usually on fire. Well, I mean, at least half the time I'm not on fire. Okay, well, we need somebody who's never on fire. So how come I didn't get that job? I used to work in a deli. That's kind of like a gas station. It's like a gas station of food. Mr. Bobby, I don't need to be informed regarding your horniness level, nor the longevity of your love. So, remember, this is a family show. This is a show that appears in people's dreams. Martin Luther King was inspired by talking with famous people to launch a civil rights movement. The least you can do is respect Asian women enough to know that most of them, most of the time, don't say, me so horny. From what I can tell, most Asians have learned to distinguish between the nominative and objective case of personal pronouns. Even if they were to leave out the verb they would assuredly say, "I so horny." So, you got to take that into account. I worked as a clerk at the department store and at a bunch of restaurants. So I worked a lot of holidays, I worked a lot of holidays, including Easter. Easter. Easter is a holiday for reflection, a time for thinking about bunnies and eggs. Ah, all right. Okay, good. That's fine then. Australians do talk like that. After they put shrimps on the Barbie, they turn to each other and say, "Me so horny, me so horny, me so horny. Love you long time, love you long time." Um, so the reason Easter is such an important holiday is because as the modern world has encroached on our ancestral ways, we've forgotten the importance of bunnies and eggs. You know that without eggs, there wouldn't even be any chickens? It's true. And without bunnies, there wouldn't be any eggs. That's why bunnies give birth to chicken eggs. Around Easter, due to changes in their diet, the inclusion of various kinds of colorful berries, those eggs come out in vivid spring colors. And that's why the tradition started for people to give their neighbors, loved ones, and children eggs on Easter. They say, "I want to give you some eggs, but I want it to be a challenge for you. So I'm going to hide them around the lawn." And in that way, Easter fulfills its quality of rebirth, right? First, you're born. I'm going to get some free eggs. Then you die. They're hidden away from you. And then you're reborn. I found them. Now all their eggs belong to me. Of course, you wonder, how long has this egg been left out in the yard? Well, it's pretty obvious, Mr. Bobby. The rabbit came first. Because rabbits lay eggs, chickens comes out of eggs, chickens lay eggs to turn into rabbits. It works like that. He recently found out that in the Latino culture, rather than the tooth fairy, they call it Mouse Perez. Does Mouse Perez take away the teeth and leave them pesos under their pillow? Leaves either a peso, a burro, or a bottle of tequila. Raton Perez. Raton Perez is a good character. Hola! Hola! Niños y niñas. Yo soy Ratón Perez. Quiero tus dientes. Sí. ¿Por qué? Tus dientes. Sus. Sus. Pera. Muy, muy, muy poquito. Well, I hope he's got like a 16-year-old's mustache. It's like dark peach fuzz. And he's still got on his work shirt from Perez Brothers Gardening and Landscaping Business. Oh, geez, let me change out of this into my costume. Takes off the t-shirt and he puts on another t-shirt. It says Gonzalez Brothers Landscaping and Gardening. Raton Perez. Oh, why would you want a rat to handle your child's teeth? Everybody knows rats can't be trusted to do dental work. They're the least dexterous of the small rodents. You'd be better off getting a hamster to do it. The squirrels are very dexterous. I would trust Jonesy to pull out my teeth. I just don't want any more of my teeth pulled out really at the moment. I'd probably prefer actually to have some teeth put in. I want to get at least 2, or really at least 3 implants. But when am I gonna get around to doing that? It's like, you're gonna go there, and then you're Oh, don't mind me, niña. Don't mind me, niño. I am Ratón Perez. I have come for tus tintes. Pero no tengo tintes. It's okay. This is what they call a Mexican standoff. Then Ratón Perez and the Mexican children point guns at each other, none of them ever firing them. You just watched Inception, and that title is freaking me out. Well, that's because you don't know what level of dream this live stream was featured on in your subconscious. If it was all the way down to the bottom where that lady's lying by the ocean, you're fucked. I feel axe. The Germans have an odd character. It's like the Sandman, but he comes around and he makes the children wash up before bed. Basically, it's like the Scold Fairy. Well, the Scold Fairy will come to your house every night, look under your pillow, regardless of what's there, scold you about something. Sometimes they'll leave things under your pillow that you don't want, like a newspaper article about how your cousin is doing better than you in life. Strange the New York Times chose that as a topic for their newspaper article, but the title is West Coast Sibling Feels Bad. Daniel Hanna. Are you the same Daniel Hanna who's in charge of Hanna-Barbera? I'm assuming his name's Daniel. I don't know for sure. Because if so, I want to complain to you about the quality of your cartoons circa 1976 through 79. You made some shitty ass cartoons, Daniel. Shitty ass cartoons. When the Wonder Twins are a highlight of your production company's media product, you know you're putting out some shitty ass cartoons. The Wonder Twins. First of all, they're fraternal twins, not identical, so you're already disappointed right off the bat as soon as you learn that. Second of all, they each have a ring, but neither of them work unless they push them together. And even when they do work, it lets one of them turn into an animal and one of them turn into a bucket of water. What kind of a superpower is that? Form of an eagle. Form of a bucket of water. Why would you need two rings to combine in order for either ring to have its transformation effect? Why would these, if you did want to have two rings that had transformation effect combination like that, why would you combine those two transformation possibilities? An animal or some quantity of ice or water? I mean, that sounds like a great superpower pair to have if you're going to the dog park on a hot summer's day. But other than that, I'm thinking there's got to be a better way to solve this problem than have that dumb girl turn into some kind of animal and that idiot turn into a bucket of water. Come quick, Wonder Twins. Our house is on fire. Form of an elephant. Form of a large bucket of water. And then snort up the water and blow it on my house. Like, you idiot, look at all the water damage you caused. Don't worry, I'll revert back to me. Okay, well you did, but why is my house still wet? Well, golly, I guess the water didn't go all the way away. And I meant it metaphorically. I meant this party I'm having is great. My house is on fire, you know. Now it's full of flood damage. Not to mention element droppings. I can use those to start primitive fires, which I'm going to need to do now you flooded my house. Well, anyway, we got to go. Well, you better believe I'm going to be calling the Justice League. My first word is going to be Wonder Twins my ass. More like Blunder Twins. No, don't tell us. Don't tell us. Don't report us to the Justice League. Form up a zebra. Form up an icicle. And the zebra carries away, runs away carrying the icicle in its mouth. Zebras. What good are you anyway? Horses that won't let you ride them. Get over yourselves. Get off of your high zebra for a second, okay? How dare you be so horse-like and not let people ride you? How dare you? You were put here on this earth so that black people could ride things too. You want to talk about a racist animal, it's a zebra. Horses aren't racist. They'll let anybody ride them. After you force them to, you know. After you break them. You gotta break them first, but then they love it. They just love it. They're like, ride me some more. Ride me hard. But yeah, zebras are racist. by denying the Africans a cavalry, they ensured their eventual military conquest by the European conquistadors. You want to talk about imperialism, you want to talk about neocolonialism, why aren't you talking about zebras? I mean, I don't care how you explain it. Black and white stripes make no sense as a color for you in Africa. Unless you're the kind of zebra that only goes out at night or in the snow. Then fine, you get a pass. Otherwise, zebras, I got my eye on you. You're a bunch of racists. I think the hippos are a little suspect too. I think hippos might be misogynistic though instead. If I'm not mistaken, the first ever chapter of MGTOW was launched by a hippopotamus. I'm going my own way, okay? It's just the other way from where the girls are. Because fuck those bitches, you know? I'm a hippopotamus. I don't got time to be yanked around by these ladies with their flippy ears and everything. Nuh-uh. And for one thing, it's like, God, could hippopotamus ladies be any more lazy? They spend all their time just swimming around. I can't let that kind of stuff hold me back. Plus, you know, as soon as they see a bigger hippopotamus guy, they're just going to leave me for him. You know, a lot of guys around the world started nodding their heads. This is making a lot of sense. Hippopotamus. I don't like girls either. Why don't you like girls, Tiffany? Because they're always like, look at me work. It's because you don't have any clothes on. Why Santa's clothes? Alright, that's enough picking at the wall. Consider the wall picked, plucked, pecked, and prucked. We'll put it into crates, and soon it'll be trucked. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood today. A lovely evening, full of late afternoon shadows and the golden brownish green of autumn's waning sun. It could be autumn, might as well. We'll call it autumn. Some people say that happens in the fall, but I say you get to decide. It's like personality type. Well, I totally identify with autumn right now. So I'm pretty sure it's October. Ambiguously gay, eh? Exit stage left even. Are you talking about Snaggletooth? Snagglepuss? Here's a trivia question for you. What 80s sitcom character was famous for eating cats? What 80s sitcom character was famous for eating cats? It's a trivia question. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
You know the answer to the trivia question?
What's the question?
What 80s sitcom character was famous for eating cats?
Alf.
That's right. You got it right. When Alf went on a mission with David Hasselhoff on Knight Rider, was it an episode of Knight Rider or Alf?
I don't know.
Trick question. That episode never happened.
Oh.
Trick question. It was, in fact, just Kit going out on a date with Alf. Alf wasn't really interested in Kit, but Kit promised that he would run over a lot of cats for him. Okay, well, I think it's probably about time to wrap this stream up.
Can you draw me some cards?
Sure. Could you grab them over there?
Yeah.
Let me move this guitar out of your chair.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Somebody was shooting off some guns outside. It was like pow 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 pow.
Wow. I guess for Jesus?
Probably just they needed to get some payback on some pine cones or something. You know, that's my guess.
That's a good guess.
You pine cones think you can come to our house and insult us like that? Now you're going to pay. Pow 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 pow. Pow 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 pow. Let's see the card of ruse. We'll start with these bad boys. You read down with this?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that away. Yeah. It won't be in our way so much.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to pull a few cards, pull a few cards, pull a few cards for Rachel. Okay, so today we're going to go in a different order. The background is the first card. Background is this one. Maybe 5 of swords? Now.
5, 6, 7 of swords.
Oh, that's the background.
Hmm.
Second card is the developing news. In other words, how things are changing from the background. The background theme is dying. That theme is going away. Or has died, or is coughing up blood right now. And then this is the outcome or where the directionality is taking you.
9 of rods.
Is that shovel rake?
No, it's right before shovel rake.
What's the 9 of rods normally mean? Surveying your domain.
That's what it looks like in this picture. Yeah, it is kind of like surveying your domain.
You can kind of stop worrying about deceit of somebody like your mom and her bullshit gift. And you're busy surveying your domain. And you're like, I got a lot of sticks behind me. Even got one in front of me. I'm pretty good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now let's pull cards for somebody else. I will pull some cards now.
Hi, Winston's mom.
For Winston's mom. The first card is the background. Oh, 7 of Swords. Everybody's poking you with swords.
I think that's rods.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
7 of Rods. Everybody's poking you with sticks. Or looking like you feel like they're gonna poke you with sticks, right?
It's kind of in a defensive mode.
That's background. Defense against stick poking is your background. You're emerging now. How's the eyebrow? You got a red pellet on? You got a little mini-me? Some flowers, a butterfly? And you're like, and what? Now let's see about the outcome, or how this evolving trend will manifest abruptly into a brand new species. What is this one? How many cards is that?
5, 6, 7, 8 of
Rods?
swords.
Swords.
Feeling stuck.
8 of Swords. Feeling stuck. Well, because you know why you're stuck. You're babysitting 3 puppies. That's going to keep you busy.
Yeah, that is.
And
Okay.
the thing was, you never even agreed to it. You said you'd think about it, and then you just dropped them off at your house. Okay. How about anybody else who's here? How about me? How to hang a large mirror with 2 holes? Be a dude and hang a large mirror. For you, it's going to be pretty much impossible. You have 3 holes. This is for me.
Yes.
My first card is the background. The star. I used to be the star of this show. But now, my time is fading. My popular phase is going away. That's the background. That's why it's going away, because it's the background. My current reality. Oh my goodness. The magician. I'm doing drugs. Saying words. Being like a magician. Now, where is all this headed? What kind of chicanery are we getting up to? Ace of Swords. A new thought. Or could be talking about my penis. I was the star of the dog show, but then I decided to take up magic. I became the sleepy star of the magic show. Now I got a no idea. I got a hump. Oh, kitty. Anybody else want cards that's here? Who wants to poke their nose above water? We'll pull you cards. Okay, show media. You got it. Your background.
Five, 6 of swords.
6 of swords. It's better than 5 or 7, I know that, but I'm not quite sure.
It's like, it's pictured as a man with his presumed wife and child, or like a man with a woman and child on a boat, like swimming upwards.
And we gotta get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the background, show media. Here's the current thing. Is making all of your orifices into sphincters. Mainly the Page of Swords. You know, having fun with some ideas. Playing around with them. Maybe not the most practical ideas in the world, but you know what? Fuck it. I got plenty of time. Now, where is this headed? Oh my God. Show me, have you been working out? Because all directions point to you being stronger. Thanks to strength. Okay. Now, I'm going to pull some cards for Delilah. The background. The High Priestess.
Intuition.
Yeah, that's the background. And it's such a better card than getting the Sober Priestess. Second card. What's happening right now? Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands. And where's all this headed for my daughter? What beautiful, wonderful adventures does she have in store? King of Wands. She's full of wands. Okay. That's it for those. Rachel, you want a tea leaf card?
Please.
Let's pull you a couple tea leaf cards.
Thank you.
The first thing tea leaves have to say to you is handshake.
A meeting with a stranger could be important.
Probably Sasquatch. We've been waiting to meet him.
He is a stranger.
Your second one.
Moon. Changes in your life.
Virgil, we've already talked about this. You need to stop mooning people from the car window. This is one of the things you need to change, you need to implement in your life.
I can't believe how on the money these cards are.
I'm sick of it. Rednecks are always chasing us around, hooting and hollering.
I get the breeze and I'm just...
I know, I like the breeze on my butt too, but you know, I restrain myself. Flowers. Instead of mooning people, I show people a bouquet of flowers through the window. That's much more appropriate. What does it say on it?
Happiness.
Right. From the Beatles, we've also learned that happiness is a warm gun.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
Okay. Well, I think we all both agree that it's better to be warm than hot or cold.
Yes.
And if you take it literally, you want your hand to be comfortable.
Yes, you do. I agree with that.
If you try to reach into a pool of liquid nitrogen and pull a gun out,
Oh my gosh.
that would be bad for you.
Wouldn't your arm come off?
Similarly, if you try to reach into the sun and pull a gun out,
similarly to that.
it would be bad in both cases.
Oh wow, bad in both cases. Lose situations.
Yeah. In both cases, you should just write it off. Shit. I dropped my gun into the sun. I guess I'm gonna have to get a new one.
That sounds like a good lead.
Or damn. My Luger's in that pool of liquid nitrogen. Oh well.
Now I know. Now I know.
How to get an SE polar to SE better? Well, physical force or social force. If you're trying to get some other person to SE better, if you're trying to get yourself to SE better, I mean, step one is stop asking how to SE better and do the whatever thing it is that you're not doing.
I want to pull some tea leaf cards for you.
Thanks. I mean, easier said than done, right? I get you. My SE is in the lowly slot of 8. But I did something today. What's the first tea leaf card say? You will have tea as a beverage.
Kangaroo, unsettled time, need to plan ahead.
I don't want to you'll be a kangaroo, Taylor.
Right? Bowl, plenty of material things.
Well, we are living in a material world. And I am a material girl.
Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem.
I wonder what the problem is. Oh, it was not having Adderall. Successfully overcame that problem. Your son. How do you get your son to SE better? Well, you need to talk to him about what SE polar means and explain how the ideational robustness provided by the tool function robs them of any actual ability to do things. But they are, if it's an INTP, you've got somebody who's very much a mapping type. They can understand and make changes according by having the correct map of themselves.
I have to make an appointment with Dr. Aaron.
The reason you mostly only see INTPs in humans and not in other species is because most species, their moms won't bring them things from the microwave.
That's like a really good point there.
Yeah. He's 9. You're already sure he's 9P. I mean, if he's SE polar and he's TI heavy and he's 9 years old, then that's all you need to know. You're probably right. So the way to fix SE Polar, Jeremiah, New Groove, I mean, what you want to do is take your 9-year-old son out to the woods, bring a couple of rifles. When you see a deer, put the gun in your son's hand and say, "You kill it! You kill it right now!" "No, you're gonna kill that goddamn deer!" And then after you force him to kill it, then he'll be cured of SE Polar. Then he'll want to kill everything. And you make him sleep with the carcass of the deer he killed too. That really drives home the message.
Will it get him an Academy Award as well?
Well, if you film it, maybe. You got the right cinematographer. Cinematography is important.
LOL, take his head off. Take his head off, son! SE is like sometimes he doesn't know how to use his hands or even body for that matter. LOL. Yeah, unless mom just doesn't care. Ooh, the voiceover. Rachel, if your part was written in a script, who would you want to do the voiceover? Does it have to be someone from like Hollywood? Someone famous?
Someone famous from Hollywood, I choose Tobey Maguire.
For yourself or for me?
I don't know what was the question. Rachel, if your part was written in a script, who would you want to do the voiceover?
Tobey Maguire.
No, I want Drew Barrymore to do your voice.
Oh, that's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Actually, though, I think what I want is that lady's imitation of Drew Barrymore.
Oh my god, Kristen Wiig, that'd be so funny. Oh my god.
She does a good imitation.
She does.
And then for my voiceover, I want Ice Cube to do my voice.
Wait, who's doing my choice again? My voice again?
I forget. Who did I say?
I don't remember. It was spot on.
Oh, Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, but Kristen Wiig doing the imitation of
Drew Barrymore, right.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? Let's just go all in and get Liza Minnelli to do your voice.
Oh my god, Liza Minnelli! Oh my god.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, she's still alive. She could do my voice.
Cool. And maybe I would get Al Michaels to do my voice.
Who's Al Michaels?
He used to broadcast Monday Night Football games. I think he's retired now.
Oh.
He's very plain.
Really?
He has a very plain voice. Oh, kittiness. Loving pets bestowed upon you. Oh, yes. These pets are filled with love and tenderness. You think iced tea would be better? Okay, well, how about we compromise and go with cube tea? I bet there's a rapper named Cube T. Think so?
Probably. Probably, right?
Cube T. If there's ice cube and iced tea, there's probably cube tea.
tea. I'm sure there is.
Or tea cube.
Or yeah, or tea cube.
Mm. My rapper name is E. Decadahedron. How does doctors tell you how tall your son will be? Once they tell you the answer, scream, "No, you're lying!" That'll take them by surprise. That's when you run into the gynecology section and steal a pair of forceps.
ERB.
Okay.
Do you want me to put those away?
Sure. Putting things away is something I'm into these days. Rachel and I are keeping a very clean house.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as clean as Cameron keeps it. Cameron never lets the stovetop get anything gross on it. Are you hobbling because of the ankle?
Yeah.
Wow, is it really hurting a lot right now?
Kind of.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you just gotta play through the injury, Rachel. Just gonna strap some running shoes on you and we're going jogging.
Jogging?
Yeah.
Strengthening the ankle that
That's
way?
that's the old school football coach strategy.
Oh.
Just play through it. Just rub some dirt on and play through the injury.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Oh, don't do
Play through it. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. It's a bad idea. You should try to stay off of it. You know, but it'll get better on its own no matter what you do, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is getting better. I'll be right back. I'm just looking for my phone.
Okay. I think I probably will end this stream right now, so just to let you know that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, friends, it's true. I'm going to draw this stream to a close because I'm not sure what I want to do, but it's so nice outside. I might want to go walk down to the little stream right now and try to find some gold or some other cool rock, you know. I think I might do that. Maybe I'll make a video when I'm going down there and then I'll upload when I get back. Goodbye. Pretty soon.